Hello! Second time I'm doing this video. I just realised that I filmed it in portrait, so just turn my phone around because I'm just filming this on my phone. It's raining here today, hence the waterproof gear. You can probably see the rain. It's really grey today. Look at that. Grim day. So I'm just going to go for a little walk up the track, and I thought I'd bring you with me. So let me just turn you round so you can just say hi to the chickens. Here's all the chickens in the rain. I've just given them some corn, so they're just pecking away, and I put some specially for Sylvia in the shed because she is a bit poorly. Oh, how did you get in here, eh? You came in as well. So there's Sylvia eating her own corn because, poor thing, she's just getting a bit poorly, you know, she's a bit old now, so I give her special treatment and she gets her own special little pot of corn under cover out of the rain. So right, let's go for a little walk up the track. So I had this idea that what I wanted to do was bring you out for a lovely walk today and show you all the autumn colours for all the trees, because it's looking really lovely. But I woke up this morning and it's raining and it's grey and it's cloudy. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to do that then, because the colours just won't come out on the camera so good. So I thought, okay, well, what I'll do instead is I'll just bring you for a little walk up the track, because I'm going up here anyway. And yeah, I can still kind of show you a bit. You can kind of see the autumn colours a bit. But yeah, it's not quite as nice as if it had been a sunny day. Actually, no, I'm just going to take my hood down. Oh, that's better. Because you know when you can't hear yourself properly when you're wearing a hood? And I couldn't really tell what volume I was speaking at. I might have just been shouting at you without realising. So this is the woods on a rainy autumn day. So the reason I'm making this video is it's just kind of like a little update really. I guess I wanted to kind of share some kind of quite exciting updates with you all really. So I've been doing lots of thinking about Lost Arts of Nature and Abatav here where we live. And I've been documenting the house renovation and our journey of moving here and how that was for us. And I've been updating you all on the garden progress and that kind of thing. And I still want to continue doing that. So yeah, don't panic. I'm not going to stop doing that because I think it's quite nice to share it all with you actually. We enjoy documenting it and sharing it. But I have this nagging feeling, and I've been having it for ages, which is that what I really love to do is make things. And I did a few craft fairs before Christmas last year, which were actually really successful, and I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed craft fairs, and I loved them because I got to chat with people about making things, which I just love. It really is a passion of mine, kind of crafty things and talking about crafty things and trying new crafty things. But of course there's no craft fairs running this year, well, not that I know of anyway, and we've just gone back into lockdown here in Wales, and they're saying it's only going to be 2 weeks, and I hope it will only be 2 weeks, but you never know, do you? It might go on longer, and who knows if they might lift it and then bring it back in again. And so I think my point is that it's also unpredictable at the moment, and I'm really missing making things and making things to sell, and I'm really missing chatting to other crafters and other makers. Of course I have some wonderfully talented friends who make things, and I love chatting to those people, definitely. And yeah, it's just so nice to talk about stuff like that, isn't it? And discover new skills and discover how different people do things. All these amazing things that there are to make. And I get quite excited about trying to do loads and loads of different things. So anyway, I'm blabbering on a bit. My point is, what I'm here to say is that on this channel, on the YouTube channel, Lost Arts of Nature, and on the Facebook page, and on my Instagram as well. I'm also on Instagram. If you use Instagram, it'd be great to connect with some of you guys over there. I'm Lost Arts of Nature, so you can find me through searching for that handle. Is that I want to start focusing more on craft things and making things, and so I will, like I said earlier, I'm definitely still going to be documenting. Sorry, I keep slipping the phone. I'm still going to be documenting the house. I'm still going to be documenting the chickens and the garden and all of that progress that's going on. I'm still going to be documenting all of that. Still going to be doing these woodland walks. But I'm going to incorporate in some craft things and making things. And as part of that, I'm starting to set up a website. And that's really exciting. I'm finding that to be a really exciting process. So watch this space, basically, because I'm working on it slowly but surely. But soon, hopefully, I'll have a website up and running. And on the website, I'll have a little shop where you can buy things. But I'll also have some information about what we're doing here on the land and what we're doing in the garden and to the house. But yeah, there'll be a focus on crafts and making things as well. And a lot of the time I tend to use craft work and making things as a way to connect with nature, because it makes me really slow down and look really carefully at things. For instance, if I'm doing like a wet felted piece and I was going to do a particular bird, for example, it really forces me to slow down and really look in a lot of detail at that bird and the colours and the postures and the habitats they live in and all of those kinds of things, so that I can kind of, replicate it in felt and embroidery and such things. So I like that process. I like that process of really looking at things and noticing things. So I'm really, really excited to start this new chapter of Lost Arts of Nature. I mean, it was always called Lost Arts of Nature because I always knew that I wanted it to have an art and craft focus with that connection to the natural world, with nature. So that's why it's called Lost Arts of Nature in the first place, and it's been called that for many years, and I feel like now finally I'm starting to bring it all together into a slightly more coherent entity, I suppose, and it does feel very exciting. And also on that note is that and I don't have loads of details on this at the moment, but I'm starting to re-look at Patreon, which was something I tried a few months ago, but I didn't get enough energy behind it to really launch it. But I think that slightly changing the focus here into a more kind of craft work slant to things, I will be launching the Patreon again with some hopefully quite exciting things. Reward tiers they're called. Look at these beautiful leaves. Oh, my phone's not focusing. There we go. So I'm going to keep you all posted, but in the meantime, I hope that you are having a lovely weekend. I hope that autumn is just as beautiful where you are as it is here, and that it's not raining as much as it is here because it's raining quite a lot. Yeah, there's so much more I could update you on. I suppose, I mean, this video is getting rather long, but I could just say that in terms of the house, let me turn you round. Yes, I could just take the opportunity just to update you on things in the house, so, and on the land. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get time to video or photograph any of this. I'll see how the rest of the day goes. But we're almost done with pointing the kitchen wall now, so that's almost finished. We are slowly sorting out the flue so that we can connect it to the Rayburn and get that in. We've prepared more firewood that needs stacking. I need to do that actually, probably tomorrow if it's relatively dry. Jem has put up some shelves in the utility room, and that is really super exciting because it means that I can finally unpack some of my kitchen stuff from boxes. So we've still got quite a lot of boxes not unpacked yet. Even though we've been here for just over a year, unpacking never seems to end. And so we've got a bit more unpacking to do. But the problem that we're having is that there's no shelves, I don't have hardly any cupboards, and so there's been nowhere to unpack things to. So that's what we're working on at the moment in the utility room, is putting up some shelves so that I can unpack the kitchen stuff. And they will, all of my pots and pans and things, oh sorry, that's my finger on the camera, will have somewhere to live. So that's that. What else can I update you on? In the garden, I might try and, after I've done what I need to do up here in the forest, I might see if I can take you down to the vegetable garden and see if I can just take a tiny bit of footage of the path. On the last video, I might have shown you that I'm making a level path through the veg garden, and I was thinking about how I could edge the path, and I came up with an idea, and it's working quite well, which I was really pleased about. I tell you what, I'll do this job in the forest that I've got to do, and then I'll go down to the veg garden, and I'll take some footage down there. So I'll leave this here and I'll do that in a minute, and hopefully I'll be able to do it. I forgot to mention something and that is, thank you so much for all of your comments and messages about potentially buying a calendar for 2021. I am currently in discussions with printers, and I'm going to see if I can get something printed in the next couple of weeks that I can put up for sale, which might be on my new website, which would be really exciting, but if not, it will be on the Facebook page. So yeah, that's cool, and I'm going to give you some updates on that as they unfold, which isn't yet, but just to let everybody know that I'm looking at it and I'm working on it, and that's another exciting thing that's going on. Okay, right, see you in a little while. So So here we go, I did get a chance. It is still really raining. But I'll just take you down here. Just a really short little update from down here in the garden. Just because I found this to be quite a cool process actually. I quite enjoyed this. So you can see I've extended the path a little bit since I last filmed. Slowly creeping it more in, oh where's my hand, more in this way, and I've kind of bent it round more, and the trajectory of the path is going over there. So it's going to go underneath that branch there of the willow tree. So that's my aim, is that it's going to go over there. So I had this issue. It's like an absolute mud bath here because it's been raining so much, and I've actually got a bit of a pond forming, which I'll need to sort out. But I had this kind of bank of mud, and I was thinking, how am I going to edge it? And so I've created this little willow. Hello, Peanut. And Snowy. Hello. I've created this kind of Hazel hurdle type fence. Not sure what the proper word for it is. So the way I have constructed it is the uprights are from an ash tree, and the ash tree was felled just over there, and it was felled because it had ash dieback, and we're going to use it for firewood. So I took some of the limbs off, and they were quite long, and I made them into stakes using an axe. Let me show you one of these. So you can see I've just made them into a point. These are some ones that Jem has made. Yeah, oh gosh, I just slid down the bank. It's absolute, look, I just slid down there. It's treacherous, honestly. It's so muddy. Let me just get down off this bank and I'll continue what I was saying. Okay, so I've banged these stakes in, and they're in quite far. So they're really quite sturdy. There's a bit of a wiggle, but I think they're going to be okay. And then me and Emmy went up into the woods and we gathered some hazel sticks, about that thickness. So they're really bendy, but they're very strong. And then I've literally woven them in between the ash stakes. And this took me probably about 2.5 hours, something like that, with child in tow, which was really good fun because it meant we went right up into the woods up there, and we were hunting for hazel trees, which is, yeah, it was just a really nice couple of hours, you know, and then we both wove the hazel in. So my plan is to keep gathering hazel, and this hazel fence will come right up to the top of these stakes, and then I will top it with something, probably a piece of wood that gets drilled into these to give it a top. And the function is that it will be the edging of the path, but also that it will form a raised bed in here. And I think it's strong enough, I think it's sturdy enough that it is going to cope with that. Yeah, so that was a really cool thing that me and Emmy did this week. These are more ash branches, bigger ones, thicker. I'm going to stake these in so that they don't just roll off of the bank. So I'm going to put stakes in along here to hold them in position, and I'm just literally going to fill this with anything that we've got lying around. So that's going to primarily be that stuff shredded with the shredder, but also any sawdust that's created from Jem chainsawing the firewood, and any kind of just bits of bark chippings and stuff. Yeah, so I'm really hoping this is going to work, and it's just going to mean that we can walk down here without slipping and sliding all the time, because especially in this weather, It's really hard to walk down here, let alone get a wheelbarrow down here. It's absolute mission. And eventually the path it's going to go to there, but eventually it's going to run down to the entrance of what will be the polytunnel. It's going to run up there and up to, there's a big area up there which I'll film another time, but the path will go up to that area. So yes, I don't want this video to get too long, so I'm going to say goodbye now. And yeah, just like I was saying earlier, just keep watching the YouTube channel, keep watching the Facebook page, because I think things are about to get quite exciting, especially in this run up to Christmas. So have a lovely rest of the day. Thanks for watching. Bye now.